everybody, and welcome to the Fridge Game Reviews. We've got a couple birthdays coming up. Today, Atari's Pong just turned 40, marking the date of the launch of their first arcade machines. Congratulations, Atari! Pong started out as a simple tennis game and moved on to greatness. It was invented by three guys, pretty much, in the basement. However, within the first 2 days of its creation, it was a bestseller. Now guys, have you played Atari today?
Have you played Atari today?
Sonic 2 is also 20 years old now. It launched on November 24th, 1992 in the US, and it was pretty special for the Sonic series. Sonic brought along a friend for it, Tails. Follows you around, stupidly dies on everything. The music in it was actually influenced by Michael Jackson, as released by Sega a little while ago, and it has special new features such as speed dashing, or charging, or whatever you want to call it. It was also the first game in the series to have multiplayer, following the first one's success in groups of people. Naturally, everyone wants to play Sonic. On to Nintendo news. Nintendo has just announced their new Wii Mini! Now there's no U in there, guys, so they're not releasing the Slim for that yet, but instead they slimmed the Wii down. I don't know how you slim a Wii down at this point, because it's already pretty tiny, but from the pictures, they've shown it to be about as big as what a top-loading disk drive can be. From the picture they showed, it looks like a GameCube from the top down, which means it's probably going to be a top loader. However, it doesn't play GameCube games at all, as much as it looks like a GameCube. So I'm not sure how much it'll be worth, really, in rank. It's going to be coming to stores on December 7th for $19.99, and right now it's only been announced in Canada, but you can buy it through Amazon, so it's not like you're going to be able to get it only in Canada. This marketing itself is weird, because the Wii U just launched, and in history, Nintendo's done this before. The Game Boy Micro came out just as the Nintendo DS launched. Because of this, the Game Boy Micro is fairly unknown to the gaming market, and it was unique for what it was, but because the DS played Game Boy games and DS games, I don't understand why you would sell something from the oldest model, unless you're in a country that won't get the new model, which is what actually happened with the Genesis over here. It seems like Nintendo's just going to stifle this Wii Mini out. So if you do have 99 bucks, I suggest buying it because it might become a collector's item like the Game Boy Micro. The Wii U hardware specs were released by IBM. The processor is nicknamed the Espresso, and it's running off of 3 PowerPC 750s, which ran the first iMacs actually. It's running at 1.24 gigahertz, and it's pretty powerful for what it is. It should be able to do on its own. Plus, since it's on a chip, nothing has to go very far, so it actually speeds it up a lot more than if you had a 3 gigahertz one that's spread out across the whole motherboard. The GPU is nicknamed Latte, and it's running at 500 megahertz. This is a lot more powerful than the Xbox 360 as it is, and it's still based on the AMD Radeon HD 5000 series as was thought. This means that the Wii U is a little bit slower than the rest of the competition, but its graphics are definitely overpowered. This, makes it pretty much a decent game console for what it is, but it still supports the theory that maybe there is a big bottleneck in the CPU. Satoru Iwata dismisses all the skepticism about the Wii U and says it's a pretty powerful console on its own, and he thinks it'll catch on really easily. He also apologizes for the long updates on launch. Iwata tells his workers not to count their chickens before they hatch. Essentially, his workers are already dismissing this, the Wii U, calling it a mistake, and he's saying, no, it's not a mistake. It can't be a mistake if it's sold this many. It's not a Virtual Boy. Moving on to Mojang and Minecraft, Minecraft Pi Edition came out. It's for the Raspberry Pi, a small, almost credit card-sized computer. Minecraft Pi Edition is essentially Minecraft Pocket Edition. However, it has a really easily moddable API, so people can have fun with it. In Sega news, besides the birthday of Sonic 2, Jet Set Radio launched for iOS and Android today, and it turns out to be a pretty good game for it. And now to Microsoft news. Free Gold Weekend starts. Everything on Xbox Live, doesn't matter what it is free. Free multiplayer, free Netflix, free Skype, and free everything else. get in your parties, have fun, because Xbox Live is in a downturn. Microsoft also just opened a new gaming developer, Black Tusk Studios. They're hiring, and they're in Vancouver. Supposedly, they're supposed to be making a game on the level of Halo. And Halo 4 is getting a new map pack on December 10th. It's going to include 3 new maps, and it's going to have a new 5v5 mode called Extraction. It's basically an objective-based game type. That's it for this Fridge Gaming News. Check out our links down below. And remember guys, stay cool with the fridge.